FloRacing.tv. Just a $150 annual subscription gets you a ton of racing every night throughout the year. Flo also for several years has been doing the Chili Bowl in the winter. Late model still buzzing the track here. We'll wait till we know it is right. And we believe it is now. So the yellow will come out. Heat 1 is going to stay out on the track. They're going to peel off Heat 2 here and go back to the staging lane. So we'll get them ready. We'll get just Heat 1, the 7 cars in Heat 1 out here. They will stay out. And then we will get them buzzing the track at speed, and then they will give us the thumbs up or down of whether it's ready or not. It's looking pretty good now. John Willman out there with the first heat for the super late models with his modified. He may have had a problem in hot laps and trying to make sure if he got it sorted out or not. Whoa, we got a car over the berm there, a late model. And he went way out, but able to get back over the berm and back into the race here, and that was the 20. 20 of Trevor Feathers was the car over the berm between 3 and 4.
All right, First State Chevrolet Pace Truck coming out on the racetrack. We'll be bringing the field back together. Track worked in beautifully now. We'll be ready to go. Well, Pete, your first race of the season. Back in action for yet another year. You and I have been having the privilege of doing this for a few years.
Absolutely, it's a great time. And been waiting a long time, and you know, I missed out on the one a few weeks ago, so it's great to be here. This is going to be fun.
Yep, tonight and again next Friday night, the USAC wingless sprint cars will be here. USAC East Coast, the Rapid Tire USAC East Coast Sprints will be on hand joining the modifieds. And then there will be a couple of off weeks, and then we'll be back on August 26th. That will be the last Friday of August. I said it's April 26th. That is the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. .50 sellers walking through the grandstand area. They also might be able to track some tickets down at the novelty stand. Don't forget Edda's Catering concessions open. Chili tonight. A couple other items available down there. Stop by Edda's Catering behind the grandstand. Also funnel cakes down there. you like to get one of those great funnel cakes from Pennsylvania Dutch Country, J.D. Shucker's Stokely Tavern food truck in the pit area. There will be one vintage feature tonight. So 8 divisions, 8 features. There will not be a 9th feature. Heat number 1 for the super late models. Pole position out of Jonestown will be the Laser Chassis 119 Brian Bernheisel.
And lining up alongside of him out of Mechanicsville, Maryland, that is Jamie Latham in the number 6.
Second row inside, the Iron Source 4 out of Georgetown, Amanda Robinson.
Then it's the 20 out of Winchester, Virginia, Trevor Feathers.
Third row inside out of Fultonville, New York, the 14 AJ Miller.
Sean Merkel is in the 118. He hails from Boyertown, Pennsylvania.
And out of Seaford, Delaware, the WWC3 Trucking number 11, Trevor Collins. Here they come. Heat number 1 takes the green here at Georgetown Speedway for the Mark Coot Williams Memorial. Heading down the back straightaway, Jamie Latham with the early lead.
Latham opening up a nice lead into 3 and 4. Trevor Collins on the move. He gets by one car at the back coming from last, working on AJ Miller down the front as they head into turn number 1.
Out of the corner, then the top 3 will go to the redraw. Everybody qualifies. Amanda Robinson making the move now, going by Brian Bernheisel. She'll go to 3rd.
Trevor Feathers got a great start there from 4th. He runs 2nd, trying to track down the leader, Latham. They head into turn number 1. Amanda Robinson 3rd. Bernheisel holding on to the 4th spot. Remember, only 3 cars to the redraw.
Heading out of the corner now, Latham with the lead down the straightaway, running in 2nd spot. Trevor Feathers, followed by Amanda Robinson, Brian Bernheisel, now being challenged by the 11 of Trevor Collins. Collins putting pressure on Bernheisel, and Robinson, who was quickest in warm-ups, challenging for 2nd.
Amanda Robinson diving under Trevor Feathers. She tracked him down off of turn number 4, and it is Amanda Robinson in 2nd. The crowd likes that as she takes over the 2nd spot. She'll set his sights on the leader, Jamie Latham. Halfway.
Down the back straightaway now, Amanda Robinson, who started this race in 3rd spot, now up to 2nd spot, pulling away now from Trevor Feathers, and Jamie Latham continues to set the pace.
Trevor Collins, who started way back in last, is running 5th and right on the back bumper of Brian Bernheisel, trying to take over the 4th spot. He had to come a long way through the field. Latham continuing to lead. 2 laps to go, 2 to go.
Further back in the pack now, Brian Bernheisel still battling it out with the 11 of Trevor Collins as they race for 4th and 5th. Meanwhile, Amanda Robinson, after getting by the number 20 of Trevor Feathers, trying to close in on Jamie Latham, but we only have 1 lap to go.
Down the front, white flag out for Latham, Amanda Robinson, Trevor Feathers, the top 3. Here comes Trevor Collins underneath Bernheisel. Collins, who started last, trying to get up into the 4th spot. Final 2 turn.
Checkered flag on our opening event on tonight's Mark Coot Williams Memorial. Heat 1 for the super late models will go to Jamie Latham, followed by Amanda Robinson and Trevor Feathers. Brian Bernheisel will grab the 4th spot, followed by Trevor Collins. The Stokely Speed and Supply Super Late Models getting things off to a rousing start tonight in the Mark Coot Williams Memorial, winning heat number 1, the 6, Jamie Latham. Runner-up the 4, Amanda Robinson. 3rd, also going to the redraw, the 20 of Trevor Feathers. Also behind them, the 119 of Brian Bernheisel, the 11, Trevor Collins, and the 14 of AJ Miller. Here's the lineup now for heat race number 2, pole position. Driving car number 7. That is the Iron Source Stokely Materials entry out of Georgetown, Ross Robinson.
Lining up alongside of him out of Mercersburg, Pennsylvania, in the 21, Jacob Piper.
Second row on the inside, driving the Lingo Marine number 55L out of Millsboro is Donald Lingo Jr.
And starting in the 4th spot out of Welcome, Maryland, the 14C of Chuck Bowie.
Third row inside out of Delmar, driving the KB Auto number KB is Kerry King.
And lining up last out of York, Pennsylvania in the Dryden PPC Lubricants Suburban number 0, Rick Eckert.
We had 5 Stokely Speed and Supply Super Late Model races last season here. Ross Robinson won the race in April. That was the Mark Coot Williams Memorial. Rick Eckert won the race in August. Ricky Thornton Jr. won the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race. Kyle Hardy won the Camp Barnes race, and Rick Eckert won the Mid-Atlantic Championship race in October. He was the only one to win more than once. Here they come. Stokely Speed and Supply Super Late Models, heat number 2 for the Mark Coot Williams Memorial takes the green. Robinson leads the way, followed by Donald Lingo.
Piper got a run there in 1 and 2, then had to check up, and Lingo roll over Ross Robinson now for the lead as they come down the front. Rick Eckert making quick work of the field. He's into third in turn number 1.
Good battle for that number 3 spot, heading down the back straightaway. Whoa! One car a little wide off the corner down the back straightaway. That's Piper in the number 21. That'll cost him 2 positions.
Robinson putting a little breathing room between himself and Lingo. Eckert in the third spot. They complete lap number 2. Kerry King fourth, then Piper back there as they race off at turn number 2.
Eckert, after starting at the back of the pack, has worked his way into a redraw spot. He is now up to third. He won 2 of the 5 Super Late Model races here last season, including the season finale in the Mid-Atlantic Championship race in October. Down the back straightaway now, Eckert trying to catch up to Donald Lingo.
Ross Robinson comfortably leading the field here, halfway. 4 down and 4 to go as the top 3 have opened up on the field. Kerry King running a solid 4th in the K&B Sales K&B.
Up front, Ross Robinson won the Mark Coot Williams Memorial last season. He's trying to do so again this year. Down the straightaway, Robinson's got a pretty good lead right now over Donald Lingo. Eckert still third, Kerry King up to 4th, Piper's in 5th. Robinson, Lingo, and Eckert have checked out, but nobody challenging as they have kind of spread out here. All of them know they are into the redraw at this point. 2 laps to go on the field. Just 2 more times around for the Super Late Models here in Heat 2. We'll get a white flag this time. Tanner Hollis on the flags for this one. White flag, 1 to go. We've got Ross Robinson maintaining the lead. Lingo closed just a little bit, but he's not going to have enough laps to try to track down the boss, Ross Robinson. Final 2 turns for Ross Robinson. He'll slide it through turn number 4. Off the corner, Robinson. Foot to the floor, checkered flag, and the win here in heat number 2. Donald Lingo Jr. in the 55 coming home second, and Rick Eckert in the 0 getting the final redraw spot in third. Taking the checkered flag on the second qualifying heat, the number 7 of Ross Robinson, runner up to 55L. Donald Lingo Jr. and third to the 0, Rick Eckert. Following them, the 21 of Jacob Piper, the 14C Chuck Bowie, and the KB Kerry King pulled off on the final lap. So Jamie Latham and Ross Robinson will be the ones to watch. They picked up the victories in our Stokely Speed and Supply Super Late Model heat races. Now we've got the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modifieds rolling out. They drew for their starting spots in tonight's qualifying heats. And by the luck of the draw, starting from the pole position in heat number 1, driving the Marvel Mobile Welding, Pioneer Pole Buildings number 1 out of Frenchtown, New Jersey, will be Billy Pouts Jr. And lining up alongside of Pouts outside the front row in the Blades HVAC number 65 out of Federalsburg, Maryland, that is Austin Hubbard. Row number 2 on the inside, driving out of Chicotine, Virginia. Driving the number 9, making the move to the modifieds this year will be Greg Naylor.
And lining up alongside Naylor, fourth starting spot, driving the Danny's Pizza Pizzazz, Kenworth, number 51 out of Milford, Delaware, Jordan Watson.
Starting from the third row inside, driving the Ronnie's Auto Repair, Ivy Settlement Group, Birdsboro Napa Auto Parts, number 14W, Stringer's Collision sponsored race car out of Boyertown, the Electric Company, Ryan Watt.
And lining up alongside a Watt in the Vinnie Salerno, Kaiser Aluminum Wheels, number 4 out of Walden, New York, Anthony Perego.
Fourth row to the inside, 7-time track champion at Delaware International Speedway, driving in the IG Burton dealerships, L&W Insurance, Edis Catering, number 30, out of Milford, Delaware, the Quiet Ride, H.J. Bunting.
And lining up 8th, out of Ringo's, New Jersey, driving the Izzy Trucking Campout Incorporated, number 26, the Ringo's Rocket, Ryan Godown.
Final starting spot, driving in the Stefersky Paving Accurate Collision of Palm Beach, Florida, number 16X out of Wurtsboro, New York, it's Danny Creedon. 8 laps, everybody qualifies, 5 go to the redraw. Here they come.
Racing!
Millman's Napa Modified Heat number 1. They all qualify. 5 to the redraw. Down the back shredder, we got Billy Powell Jr. grabbing the early lead. Yellow is out, turn 2.
Yellow out for Ryan Godown, who's facing the wrong way on a one-way street in turn number 2.
The track champion from last season, Ryan Godown, not having a good start to his night. Godown over there in turn number 2. Up against the inside concrete.
Godown also the champion at New Egypt last year.
Last year, we had 6 different winners. Danny Buck twice, Jordan Watson twice, Stuart Friesen, Ryan Krachin, Billy Powell Jr. and Alex Jankowski. Ryan Godown was the point champion by 3 points over Danny Buck and did not win a feature last year. So, Pete, you noticed something when Ryan went by.
Yeah, the right rear quarter panel, a little damage there. So a couple cars must have got together there. I missed that. One thing to note, if on the start you may have noticed the cars were one spot ahead of where we said they were inside and outside. It was crossed over. That's because Greg Naylor, who was supposed to start on the second row, decided to start at the rear of the field. First time out for Greg with the modified this year.
Yep, he's been in a Sportsman the last couple of years. So we will have a complete restart. No laps in, 8 laps ahead. Everybody qualifies. 5 will go to the redraw from each of the 2 heats for the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modifieds. The first stage Chevrolet Pace truck is in. Joe Chris now on the starting platform. Looking him over. We're ready to go. Charging into turn number 1, Ryan Watt going to the outside. They're 3 wide for second. And Perego's on the inside. He'll try to grab second. Getting by Watson, now going by Hubbard.
In the 3 and 4 now, Billy Pouch. Whoa, a couple cars getting together there. That is the 30 of H.J. Bunting spinning wildly in turn 4 and up to the berm. Right in front of the staging lane, and Bunting is stopped in turn 4, and that is going to group the cars back up again.
A wild start, Pete, to our first Millman's Napa Modified heat tonight. I hope these guys all remember they are all qualified for the feature tonight, but apparently they don't care about that. They're trying to make the top 5.
Yep, top 5 go to the redraw, and they're apparently, that is hotly contested here at the moment. We have 1 lap complete. As Bunting coming around to catch up, Naylor will let him go around and restart in 8th.
So how about this? We have Godown and Bunting, the 2 causes of the caution so far. And they are in the back row with 7 laps to go. It'll be interesting to keep your eye on them as they try to get to the top 5. Up front, Billy Powell Jr. and now Anthony Perego.
Perego started 5th as they come back to green, and we are back racing.
Motoring into the turn, they try to go 3 wide again. Watt loses a couple of spots. Down the back straight away, Godown on the inside, moving up. He'll gain a couple. Pouch leading Perego into the turn.
Through 3 and 4, Pouch the leader, Borrego second as they come down the front. Austin Hubbard's kept his nose clean. He's in third. Then it's Ryan Godown up from the rear of the field. Danny Creedon fifth, but that's short-lived. Here comes H.J. Bunning.
Well, Ryan Godown's already in fourth, and H.J. just moved into fifth, going by Danny Creedon in one lap. They made the top five, and we've got Jordan Watson having some problems in turn 3 and 4. Watson is turning around. He's going to go back to the pit area. I was hoping Jordan would not go too far down off the embankment, because that is where our Georgetown moat is tonight. They have been pumping water since yesterday, and it's down considerably, but if somebody goes off the track and you see a big splash, you'll know what happened.
Yes. The only way to get through there is to lower the drawbridge.
Yes. So we don't know what happened to Jordan. Jordan, track champion last year at Delaware International and at Bridgeport Motorsports Park, driving the Danny Sommerling number 51. He has gone pit side. We'll see what the problem is on the 51. He'll get his courtesy lap. And the report from the pit area, Pacey's on it. He says he is heading back to the Speedway. So Billy Jr. and Anthony Borrego. Where did Anthony start? Anthony started his heat race back in 5th position, and he's worked his way to 2nd with 3 laps completed. We've got Hubbard in 3rd, and it took a lap and a half before Godown and Bunting worked their way into the top 5 into a redraw spot. Creedon and Watt next in line, then Naylor and Watson. Last year's championship for Watson at Delaware International was his 6th consecutive 7th overall. His championship at Bridgeport was his 1st in the modifieds at Bridgeport. He had previously won a 602 championship a number of years ago. First for Dan Sommerling at Bridgeport. All right, we're ready. Billy Pouch Jr. ready to bring him back to the green. Into the turn. Here comes Hubbard challenging Borrego. And here comes H.J. He'll go to the inside, going by Godown, and now challenging for 3rd.
Godown tried to get on his back bumper and follow him through there, but Austin Hubbard giving him a run, and they were side by side, no place to go. Now Hubbard and Godown battling. Godown's on the bubble right now, and he's got Watt and Creedon right behind him.
Yeah, Godown's back in 5th, trying to get by Hubbard after H.J. drove by both of them. Creedon and Watt moving in on Godown off the corner, lap number 5.
Godown making the move on Austin Hubbard into the 4th spot. Danny Creedon jumps up on the outside, trying to work the far outside around Hubbard. Hubbard, a regular here, trying to hold off the invading Creedon. Here they come, 2 laps to go.
Danny Creedon looks like he found something on the outside down the straightaway. Creedon rim riding on the outside here at Georgetown, moving in now on Ryan Godown. Hubbard battling with Watt, and Creedon getting a run and Godown down the backstretch.
Borrego trying to hang on to 2nd. He's got H.J. Bunting all over him. Bunting very motivated since that spin early in the race. Godown battling with Creedon side by side for 4th. White flag is out. This is the last time around as they enter turn number 3.
Final lap for heat number 1 for the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modifieds. Billy Pouch Jr. off the turn with a dominating run will take the checker. Runner-up will be Borrego, followed by Bunting, Creedon, then Godown and Watt. Taking home the win in a dominating performance, the number 1, Billy Pouch Jr. Runner-up to the 4, Anthony Borrego, 3rd. And a come-from-behind effort. Great run for the 30 of H.J. Bunting. 4th, rim riding the outside, the 16X of Danny Creedon. And 5th, also on the comeback, the 26 of Ryan Godown. Those 5 will go to the redraw. He, too, lining up this way. Pole position, he was the opening night winner last season in the Farino & Son Contracting. Number 29 out of Neshannock Station, that is Ryan Cratchin.
Lining up on the outside of the front row at Harrington, Delaware, in the start to finish, number 4W, that is Brandon Watkins.
Third starting spot in the Jiffy Lube Lewis, number 05 out of Georgetown, will be Sean Metz.
And lining up in the fourth spot from Millsboro, which is right down the road, in the Bayside Services, Deer Pond Farm, number 31, Ryan Riddle.
Starting from fifth in the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Easy Work Trucks, number 84 wide of Cummington Township, Pennsylvania, Alex Yankowski.
Sixth starting spot out of Pipersville, Pennsylvania. Driving the CNS equipment, BDR Speed number 6B. That is the Dominator, Danny Buck.
Starting on the inside of the fourth row, the P&J Auctions, number 74W. Out of Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, the ultimate underdog is John Willman.
And from right here in Georgetown, driving the Clark Swimming Pools, number 91W, that is Carson Wright.
Final starting spot out of Freemansburg, Pennsylvania, the number 28 will be Tom Solarich. 05 Sean Metz not answering the call. He was scheduled for third, so we'll move everybody up one and cross him over. We're ready to go. Everybody qualifies. 5 to the redraw. Heat number 2 takes the green for the Millman's Napa Modifieds. Down the back shredder, and we got Ryan Creighton with the early lead in a battle for third.
Creighton getting that nice start there. 4 other cars trying to occupy a very small piece of real estate there. Now they've kind of spread out a little bit with Ryan Riddle taking over second ahead of Danny Buck.
We got one car in trouble here in turn number 4. It looks like he might have a flat, maybe something more than a flat. Carson Wright pulling to the infield. Yellow is out, more than a flat tire. Carson Wright pulling to the infield. Carson grabbing that first career big block win last year in that late June racing program over at Delaware International Speedway. Pete, you were there for that one. It wasn't just a first career win. It was an unbelievable race. One folks will remember for a while. He started last after he broke in his heat race and went from the back to the front, past every car in the field to win.
And then held on through several rain delays and a fuel stop because of how many yellow laps under yellow. That was an amazing race, and that did not give him that win because he passed all those cars under green in the first part of that race. Yeah. He really ran a great race.
Before we had the fuel stop and the yellow flags for the rain. Yeah, that was an amazing night for Carson. See what happens now. He broke here in his heat. We'll see what happens in the feature tonight. We're ready for the restart. 1 down.
Yeah, hopefully he can get back out as the green waves high in the air, and Ryan Creighton brings him back to speed into turn number 1. Creighton sliding up in front of Brittle there. Off the corner, Alex Yankowski now showing some muscle as he dives under Danny Buck.
Down into the turn, we got a 4-car battle up front now. We've got Yankowski inside, going by Danny Buck, going after second place, and Ryan Riddle.
Yankowski getting that bottom groove working. Yankowski bottom feeding under Buck. Now he goes by Riddle, and that car's hooked up on the bottom as he takes over second.
Charging down the back shredder now, Yankowski up to second. Riddle's third. He's getting pressured from Danny Buck, racing in 5th spot right now. We have the 74 of Johnny Willman, followed by the 4 of Brandon Watkins.
John Willman now into the top 5. He'll be in the redraw if he can hang on there. This will be halfway this time. Ryan Creighton showing a lot of strength here as he is pulling away from a very fast Alex Yankowski.
Creighton continuing to lead the way now, but Alex Yankowski getting a little closer. In the Millman family, number 84 wide down the back straightaway, the Millman's Napa Auto Parts race car. Danny Buck now clearing Ryan Riddle. He's up to 3rd spot, and we've got 1 lap pass halfway. Ryan Creighton still leading with Yankowski in tow.
Well, Creighton was pulling away. Now Yankowski closes up on him a little bit. There's about 4 car lengths separating the two as they race into turn 3. Creighton still has things in hand. Here's the 2 to go sign for Ryan as they come down the front. Yankowski second, Danny Buck in third.
We got a battle here out of turn number 4 between John Willman and Brandon Watkins. Willman looks like he might have a little suspension issue on the left rear of that car. Off the corner now, we'll get the white flag from Joe Chris. 1 lap to go, and Ryan Creighton still with a small but comfortable lead over Alex Yankowski.
Jankowski got close to Krachin that time going into turn number 1, but Krachin pulls him off at turn 2 as Willman now slowing on the front straightaway. We'll get the checker this time for Ryan Krachin. Jankowski will be a close second. Then it'll be Danny Buck cruising across in third. Ryan Riddle will be fourth, and Brandon Watkins will come home fifth in the 4W.
Heat number 2 for the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modifieds. The winning driver, the 29 of Ryan Krachin. Ryan had 2 heat wins here last season. He gets a heat win here tonight. 84Y Alex Jankowski second. The 6 Danny Buck is third. 31 Ryan Riddle fourth. And the 4W Brandon Watkins crossing the line in fifth. He'll get the last redraw spot. Qualifying heats complete for the Millman's Napa Auto Parts Modifieds with Billy Pouch Jr., Ryan Krachin as your winners. There'll be ones to keep an eye on in tonight's 25-lap Mark Coot Williams Memorial Modified feature. The vintage cars will be running just one feature tonight.
So they're splitting them between late models and modifieds. However, only 3 modifieds here tonight, so they're going to run them all together, one feature. So it'll be 15 laps instead of 12. All the late models will start up front, and the couple of modifieds that are here, and it looks like one of them not making the call.
Yeah, they need to have 7 in each class to split them, so they only have 3, as you said. So here's the way they will line up, a total of 12. 20, Roscoe Clough. He is out of Easton, Maryland.